Now then, Douglas. Douglas, you're through to the next round. Even if you score 100 points, you won't overtake the high score of Tom and Ben. I think you might have quite a good answer for this. You've had the whole round to think of one.
Think about it. OK, I'm either going to... I have two choices. I think I could go for John Adams, or I might go for William Taft.
William Taft, says Douglas. Let's see if that's right. There's no red line for you, as you are already through. But let's see if William Taft is right. He's right. Oh, very well done indeed, Douglas. That's a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £3,250. It scores you nothing, leaves your total at 24. Very, very well done indeed. Great answer.
How about that? Well played, Doug. One answer on pointless, one pointless answer. It's terrific work. William Taft, absolutely, was the 27th president. He's the heaviest president as well. Was he? Yeah, he once got stuck in the bath in the White House.
Whoa.
That's how big he was. He was a big old unit.
Wow.
Now, of all the answers on this board, there is only one pointless answer. It's the only one up there, so very, very well done. Even better, let's take a look. There's a couple of other low scorers, though. We've already seen one of them. So Doug gave us William Taft. Franklin Pierce would have scored 1. James Madison, we heard from Dan, that would have scored 1 as well. John Quincy Adams would have scored 1, not John Adams himself. John Adams would have scored 9. The following would all have scored you 2 points, so well done if you said James Buchanan, James K. Polk, John Tyler, William Henry Harrison, or William McKinley. Another couple of low scorers. Andrew Johnson would have been 8, James Monroe 4, and James Garfield 3. Let's take a look at the top answers now, the ones that most of our 100 people said. George W. Bush was in 3rd with 60. James Carter, Jimmy Carter, of course, 61. And so top of the list, Franklin D. Roosevelt, absolutely top of the pile.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, our losing pair with their high score of 162. I'm so sorry, Tom and Ben, it's you.
Yeah.
Now then, Tom, tell us about Andrew Litton.
I can't think where I got the name from. I was just kind of struggling in the dark.
Still, it sounded great. Sadly, it was quite wrong. Well, thank you so much for playing, Tom and Ben. It's been great to have you here. You've been great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, sadly, at the end of this round, another pair will be leaving us. I wonder which pair it's going to be. Toby and Dan, fantastic answers from you. James Madison, a great answer. And then William Taft. Oh, the best answer of the whole round, the best answer possible, in fact. Well, you have one more round you have to get through on your own, and then you can put your heads together. So very, very, very best to all 3 pairs. Dan, we've been told that this is a round perfectly made for you. So very best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is modern languages. There we are. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns French words in English. French words in English. Richard.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a round all about French phrases that are commonly used in the English language. What we're going to do on each pass, we're going to show you 6 literal translations of those French phrases. You need to give us the phrase in French, please. Give us a nice obscure answer, you're going to score fewer points. Give us an incorrect answer, though, you're going to score 100 points. They're not necessarily definitions of the phrases, but they are literal translations taken from the Oxford Dictionary of English. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So here are our 6 phrases in English. We need the French phrases that are the literal translations of these, and we have got allowed to do, good journey, black beast, full step, burnt cream, and new rich. I'll read those all one last time. Allowed to do, good journey, black beast, full step, burnt cream, and new rich. There we are. We are looking for the French phrases that are literal translations of these English phrases. Douglas.
OK, I'm not very good at French. And I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. I'm just going to say bonjour for good journey.
Bonjour, says Douglas, for good journey. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said bonjour. Ooh, bad luck. And for an incorrect answer, Douglas, scoring you the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry, Richard.
Yeah, sorry, but like a tourist seeing the sights, you've done everything you can on pointless already. You've had a pointless answer and a 100 in just 2 answers. Not bad going, is it? I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Dan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was a bit of luck. Thank you for that one. I'm going to go for false step is a faux pas.
A faux pas. A faux pas, says Dan. For false step, let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Very well done indeed, Dan. Faux pas scoring you 8.
Yeah, faux pas, very well played, as we would expect. In French, it can also mean literally losing your balance as well. It can be a physical act, a faux pas.
Now then, Barbara, you're the last person to have this board, so you can take us through the whole board, if you like.
I know one. Nouveau riche for new rich.
Nouveau riche, says Barbara. Nouveau riche for new rich. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said nouveau riche. 36. 36 for nouveau riche.
Yes, applying to people who made their wealth during their own generation. Let's go through the rest of the board, and I think while we've got Dan here, we might as well make use of his professional experience. Burnt cream, Dan?
Crème brûlée.
Crème brûlée. I'm not even going to do the pronunciation so much better. 22, that would have scored. Oh, sorry, let's do good journey for Douglas.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage, Douglas, yeah, absolutely right. Would have scored 38. Black Beast.
Bête noire.
Bête noire, absolutely. Would have scored 14. And allowed to do.
Laissez faire.
Laissez-faire, absolutely right. 4 points, that's the best answer on the board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard and Dan. Let's take a look at our scores. We're halfway through the round. Dan, lovely low score of 8 there, so Dan and Toby looking pretty sturdy at this stage of the game. Then up to 36, where we see Barbara and Vivian, and then up to 100, I'm afraid, where Douglas and Niamh are. So, Niamh, we need a brilliant answer from you. How good's your French?
Un peu.
Good enough. Best of luck. Well, let's hope that's enough to get you through to the next round. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more English translations of French phrases on the board, and here they come. We have got blow of state, household of 3, sweet note, already seen, joy of living, and famous case. I'll read those all one last time. Blow of state, household of 3, sweet note, already seen, joy of living, and famous case. Now remember, we are looking for the common French phrases, of which these are the literal English translations. And Vivian, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. You're on 36, pretty good score. Niamh and Douglas are way ahead on 100. So if you can score 63 or less, you are through to the head-to-head.
I'm afraid I've no idea at all. I'll go household of 3, Chateau Trois.
Chateau Trois, drinking very well this year. Here is your red line. There it is. If you get below that with Chateau Trois, I'll eat the column. Let's see if it's right. How many people said Chateau Trois? Bad luck, Vivian. Brave effort, but I'm afraid an incorrect answer. It takes your total up to 136.
Yeah, sorry, Vivian. Terrific news for Niamh, though. It's game on now, I think.
Now then, Toby, you are through to the next round. Even if you score 100 points, you won't overtake the high score of Vivian and Barbara. I think you're going to be pretty good at this as well, aren't you?
I'll give it a shot. I'm not sure if my pronunciation is going to be as good as Dan. I'm sure it's not going to be. But I would say, for famous case, I would say cause célèbre.
Cause célèbre, says Toby. Cause célèbre. No red line for you. You're already through. Let's see how many people said cause célèbre. Very well done. 8. You match Dan's low score on the first pass. Your total is 16. Very well done indeed, Richard.
Yes, well played, Toby. Sailing through means what it says, really. A case arousing widespread controversy, a cause célèbre.
Niamh. Now we have a game. The high scorers on 136 are Vivian and Barbara. You're on 100. You need to score 35 or less to stay in the game. Can you talk us through the board, Niamh?
There's 2
that I'm pretty sure are right. Already Seen and Joy of Living. So I think I've survived by the skin of my teeth on this one. I'll go for Joy of Living, Joie de Vivre.
Joie de vivre, says Niamh. Joie de vivre. There is your red line. If you get below that red line, you're through to the next round. Let's see. How many people said joie de vivre? Is right. Oh, no! 37. You needed 35. Oh, dear, oh, dear. That takes your total up to 137.
Ooh, that was pretty close, wasn't it? Yeah, Deja Vu. If you said Deja Vu, you'd have been right. There's Already Seen. Would have scored you 29 points. Would have seen you safely through. Dan, do you fancy finishing these off for us? So Household of Three, it's not Chateau Trois.
Ménage à trois.
It is a ménage à trois, something very different altogether. Yeah, absolutely. Would have scored 28 points. Blow of State.
Coup d'état.
Coup d'etat, absolutely, would have scored 5 points. Now, Sweet Note is a pointless answer. Very well done at home if you said...
Billet doux.
Billet doux, absolutely right, a love letter.
Thank you very much, Richard and Dan. So, at the end of our second round, the losing pair with their high score of 137. Oh, Niamh, that was bad luck. That was bad luck. And you so nearly went for Deja Vu, which would have seen you through. But, yeah, 2 correct answers. I'm afraid, Douglas, it was your high score of 100, I'm afraid, that doomed you. But we will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Meanwhile, thanks very much for playing, Niamh and Douglas. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Congratulations, Toby and Dan, Vivian and Barbara. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,250. You're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, but the big difference is you're now allowed to confer. So, Toby and Dan, some great answering from you. Lovely low scores there, but particularly impressed that you both had identical scores in round 2.
I know.
Very good, very brotherly, I felt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic.
He gets paid to do that, and I don't. So I think I should get a special point.
Yeah, maybe, maybe. Now, and Vivian, Chateau Trois. Did you think
When
you...
it came up, I remembered it, but I'm not...
Well, you got the Trois right. It's just a slightly grander household than we were after, that's it.
The castle.
There we are. Anyway, well, very, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns girl band members. Girl band members. Richard.
Yes, we're going to show you 5 pictures of women who've been members of girl bands who've had 1 or more UK top 10 singles. Can you tell us with which girl bands are the following most associated? Very best of luck.
OK, thanks, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 girl band members, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 girl band members. Toby and Dan, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you go first.
Oh. Do you know? There's one,
Yes.
I'm sure.
I think we can get maybe 3 of them.
Really?
So, I think A, Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child A, say Toby and Dan.